Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We bring you greetings from Richmo Media, health issues to your doorsteps. Most have been waiting for, but we apologize for the time and the lateness. Yes, at times due to technical challenges and things beyond control, you can't do anything about it. But we thank God that at long last we are back and we are on air. So we want to assure you that today's lesson is of equally important. And we are dealing with a mental health, how to restore back your mental state of health. But one aspect that can also contribute, or that mostly also contributes to mental illness, is what we are about to discuss today: effect of divorce on your health. When we started the mental health problem, you realize that an individual, a viewer, also approached and said that let us tackle this topic so that he can be able to bounce back because he's also a victim. So today with me is also a clinical psychologist who help us to be able to ascertain how to be able to overcome this state and what effect it can be on our health. So today we have our guest with us, Sister Cecilia Akaadom, and we will invite her to also come. Sister Cecilia, you are welcome to Richmo Media Health Issues.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me once again. I hope you can hear me well, though.
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Fantastic. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Please,
good.
how is the family doing, especially to the birthday girl who gave us your time the other time? Yeah.
They're still growing. That's what I say to my friends.
Sure.
They're still growing. They're still getting there. Yeah. So they're all well, and myself
Okay.
as well. I'm good as
Yeah.
well. Thank you. Thanks
We
for
thank God.
asking.
Yes. You know something? There's this, I always say that issues concerning the mental state
Hmm.
mostly is being neglected. And
Yeah.
mostly we have multi predisposing factors that contributes to mental illness. And one of them, a viewer contacted us and wanted us to dive deeper on how to be able to handle this issue. So
Yeah.
today we want to handle an issue of effects of divorce on our health. Effect on divorce on our health. So please, can you please take us through what entails and what goes into when we talk about divorce? Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go straight to the issue. Okay, so what is divorce? So divorce is when two people are legally married, okay, and then they decide that, okay, emotionally, I am not stable. Emotionally, the other person is not stable. The husband and the wife are kind of like can't think together, can't make life together. So they go on their separate ways, okay? And then they take legal action, okay? Once they take legal action, it becomes a divorce. They go their separate ways, okay? So that is what divorce is all about. So two people that cannot stay together as a married couple, yeah. So they go their ways. So that is what we call divorce.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. So it means that that aspect when two people come together, it means there
Yeah.
is even healing there. When we come about emotional healing, interpersonal health, it promotes the mental state. So
mm,
therefore, it means that when these two individuals decide that they can't stay together because of
mm.
one or two reasons, and they just break up or go their way,
Yeah.
how does this also affect the children? Or first, let's see, how does it affect the well-being of the two?
Well, so divorce can give a whole lot of things. When it comes to, I'm gonna use my field. Um, because I deal with people's well-being.
Sure.
So in a way, it affects the person, the people, both couples. It affects them, and it can even confer risk of poor health.
Sure.
Okay, it can give you poor health. Okay, and
Yeah.
and and I'll tell you something about, according to researchers. This is why I love my research, right?
Okay.
So according to researchers, right, there is 28. There's an increment. There is an increase of 23 higher mortality rate when it comes to divorce and separation, not just divorce, but separation as well. So,
Okay.
so yes, yeah, this is the research from a National Institute of Health. They're saying that um, um, there is an increase of 23% of higher mortality rate. So
Which
some
means
people,
higher
yeah,
death occurring as a result of this.
yes,
Okay.
yes, which is 23%.
Wow.
So which is, so in a way, it's quite high,
Sure.
and I think it's something that we should speak about, because emotional when your emotional well-being is not top notch, it's not there. I mean, it can bring you a whole lot of things which affects your system, your organs, so yeah, so I do believe them, and seeing all these people divorcing at any time. I mean, every single day, someone get divorced. So I do believe them. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's very, very true, because you can see that individuals visiting the health facilities with this problem, suicidal ideations coming in board, attempted suicide, and some also ending their life. Yes, so
Mhm.
it means it can affect our well-being. Then
Yeah.
we want to
Yeah.
find out how
Yeah.
do.
So can I just come in with
Yes,
with
come
some
in.
of the how it affects people's well-being. So it gives people something like anxiety. Okay. When you're going through a whole lot of stuff, you get anxious, don't you? It's a natural thing. Your uh, adrenal gland works, so it
Sure.
gives you anxiety, doesn't it?
Yeah.
um yes, you get anxious, and also it makes you social isolation. It gives you social isolation, especially when it comes to, I know people are going to come after me, especially my African people. When it comes to, when I say social isolation, there are so many people that think that maybe they have children, especially when they have children. They find it very, very difficult to leave marriage when one person is being abusive to the other. Okay, and some of them could be religion. Oh, the Bible says we shouldn't get divorced. The Bible says we should live with each other. So when you're going through it, you don't want to. Or when you're going through the process of divorce, right? You don't want to go to people. You don't want to go near people. You don't want to go to church. The boy, yes, see church or bet you a sign. And yes, I know kind of, that's what they say, isn't it? You're not allowed for holy communion and those kind of things. So the person is gonna withdraw. Okay, so that would bring social isolation. You don't want to go near people because you don't want people to judge you. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, yes, and also feelings of loneliness. Okay, so you
Yeah.
feel so lonely. Mind you, I'm going to ask you a question. This is just a scenario. Okay, so
Mm,
let's say that you've George have gone to see your mother and dad, your mom and dad. Okay, for about a week. Yeah.
mhm,
When you leave in, what happens when you're about to leave them
mhm.
to your wife and children? What happens? How do you feel emotionally?
Emotionally, you realize that the bonding that has occurred and you are leaving them, there will be some sadness, there will be
Mhm.
some emotional
Yeah.
problems that you are
Yeah.
living.
Yes. Yes. So you even visiting your parents who love you so much, right? For about just a week, not even a month, right? Just a week, and then you leave them. You get sad because you don't want to leave them,
Sure.
you know? Yeah. And then your emotional feelings becomes a bit, you get frustrated at that point. You get frustrated. Why am I leaving my parents? I should be with them, you know?
Yeah.
So with this, um, um, uh, um, with this, you become lonely because
Yeah.
you, how much more spending years with someone
Mhm.
that you love, so you become lonely because you speak to them, you laugh with them. When you're sad, you cry on their shoulders. When there are problems, you tell them, you do a whole lot of things with them. So living them is can have a big impact on your life. Okay. So in a
Yeah.
way, divorce is a trauma.
Sure.
We spoke about trauma the other time, didn't we? So
Yeah.
in a way, divorce become a, be it's a trauma.
Yeah.
Something like that. I wouldn't say something. It is a trauma, and then also it makes people depressed.
Sure.
You know,
Thank.
depression. Whoever,
Mhm.
yeah, have
Yeah.
encountered, whoever has been through separation or divorce, go through depression.
Yes.
100%. Everyone, and people even in marriage go through depression as well. So
Mhm.
sorry, 1 second, Kels, can you switch off the TV for me? Sorry, I left my TV on.
Okay.
So everyone go through depression at some point in life. Every individual on this planet. But as I said, it depends on how you handle it and
Okay.
what kind of help you get. you
Yeah.
know so
Sure.
so depression is something that everybody, when it comes to divorced people, right, or
Yeah.
separated people, normally it takes longer. It's not like day-to-day depression that we all go through. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to go to work, I don't want to, because I'm tired, I feel I feel like I should stay in bed, I feel like, with that, it can take a bit longer when it comes to divorce. And then guilt. You'll feel guilty. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, why? What did I do to make this person leave me?
Mhm.
Who are told? A whole lot of questions come in your brain,
Yes.
doesn't it? A whole lot
Yeah.
of things, because that is when you're processing stuff. So why did I even get married to this person? Why? Why didn't I see this first? Why didn't I see this behavior first? Why didn't I know that my husband is a wife beater, is beater? Or why there are so many whys that come into your mind. So yeah, guilt. Or sometimes you feel like, I shouldn't have left this man, or I shouldn't have left this lady. Okay, so you feel
Yeah.
guilty, especially when children are you've got children. Oh my God, how are my children going to feel?
Mhm.
What is going to happen to the children's future? What is, all these things um, uh, come into your mind or come into your brain, and then the last one is what I'm going to talk about is anger. You get so angry. Oh
Mhm.
yes, you get so angry. Jesus, what is happening to me? I am so anxious. Why is it that this person is doing such and such to me?
Mhm.
Why? You get so confused, you get so angry, you don't want to go near anyone. I shouldn't have spent all these years with this individual. God, I have wasted my life. Isn't it? It's something that
Yeah.
happens all the
Sure.
time. Gosh,
Exactly. Exactly.
why have I wasted my life with this person? No, no, no. It's those times are not wasted. We gotta go through it. They are not wasted. Okay.
Okay.
It's a journey of life.
Yeah.
Okay. When the train stops, some people have to get down. Okay. And then you carry on. So yeah. So that is all about um the question that you asked.
How
So
it
these are
affects
some
the
of
well-being. Yeah. So
exactly.
thank you
So
for this. Our
that's
viewers
okay.
and our listeners, if you are still watching alone, then we want you to invite your friends to join us. Because as we are speaking now, if a viewer has called us that he wants us to study this because he is going through a lot, then we also want you to know that indeed, if you are also planning or discussing your marriage's issues with different people and they are advising, oh, go and leave him, go and leave her, go and leave him, go and leave her. It's just not about go and leave him, go and leave
Yeah.
her, but it has series of implications that you need to think twice because you alone will go through that problem whilst they will also be enjoying their own. So therefore, how do you prioritize your mental health during divorce? Because as we are speaking, it has happened to some individuals upon
Oh,
everything. And now that they are listening to us, how do you, or someone who is the verge of also going to this process, how do you prioritize your mental health during divorce? Thank you.
okay. So I would say first thing first, seek professional help.
Okay.
You really need to seek professional advice. Okay. There are people that are trained, you know, there are trained people for you. All that they do in life is to make sure you are okay and make the right decisions in life. Yeah. So it could be a typical example is let's say you're going through it and you don't know what to do. Because when you're going through divorce, I mean, you're confused in life. A whole lot of
Exactly.
things are happening in your brain. The chemicals are all these, I mean, you're releasing a lot of stress hormones. Okay. And this is
Yeah.
why it affects your organs. This is why there is a mortality rate of 23% at the moment. So you need to seek for professional help. These people would help you. You tell them your problems. That is what they are trained for. Tell them your problems and let them navigate with you. Let them walk with you. This is what I say to my clients, my patients, that let leave the job. No, don't just leave it, but let them help you. It might be something that you don't even have to go through. I mean, divorce. You
Mhm.
don't have to. There are so
Yeah.
many things that, yeah, there are so many things that happen that we think, sometimes we think, why? Why is this person trying to divorce this woman? Or why is this woman trying to divorce this man? Okay, you don't. So when you're going through it, please think twice. I hate divorce. I don't like it because it's not a very good experience. It's not nice.
Yes.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay. So seek professional advice, seek professional help. Let them walk with you. It could be something simple, as I said. This
Yeah.
professional is going to help you to navigate and then bring you back to normal. And when this person, because like people like psychologists, like counselors, therapists, these people are there to help you. And some of the priests, the pastors, religious people can also help, because I know about the Catholic Church, they do philosophy. So they kind of like know a bit about these stuff. But what I would say is that I'm not trying to say don't go to your people, don't go to your church mother. Is that how they call it? Or
Church
don't.
leaders.
Exactly. I'm not saying that, but get people that are professionals because they trained for it. Let
Sure.
them speak to you and navigate with you. And they would advise you. It might be something really small, but then because you do not understand, you escalate, and then you don't know what to do. And when you're confused in life, it can make you do a whole lot of things um, um, that you regret later in life. Okay, so seek professional help, and then also find a solicitor. Okay, when you
Yeah.
seek professional help, and then you tell them your stories, and then the professional is like, mm, this is not going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you feel that it's not going to help you, the marriage isn't going to help you, seek for solicitors advice as well. Go to a solicitor, speak to them. you know when it comes to, let's say you've built your life with a person, you've lived with a person for like years. Okay, you've
Yeah.
done so many things together. Okay,
Yes.
you cannot leave it for one person, can you? It is
No.
the two of you that did this together. So
Yeah.
you seek them, and they will make sure that things are divided equally.
Sure.
You know. Okay, so you seek professional, you seek solicitor, you seek for a solicitor's advice as well. And my final one is prioritize self-care.
Okay.
Prioritize self-care. Your self-care is very important. Okay, when you are even in marriage, is self-care first. Love yourself first, and also sometimes you have to bring exercising as well. Exercise. When I say exercise, I don't mean go to the gym every day. You don't have to go to the gym to get exercise. Sometimes I do mine in my lounge. Sometimes I do a bit of sit-ups. I do a bit of um, whatever, you know, dumbbells, you know, just
Yeah.
do that. Or go for walks. Go for walks. The more you breathe in the oxygen that the trees provide, you know, the
Yeah.
the more you help your organs in you.
Yes.
So after you've seeked for solace, even before then, you have to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then as I say, um, exercise helps you to release a chemical in the brain, doesn't it?
Yes.
So which helps you to be happy in life. So don't just sit down and get depressed. Go for walks. Do stuff that make you happy. Self-care. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of other people as well. So
Thank
this
you
is
very much. Thank
fantastic.
you very much. And
Okay.
some of our viewers, what we want to bring on board is that issues relating to the mind or mental health or mental illness is not only one approach when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to healing the mind or mental, how to restore or prevent complications of mental illness.
Yeah.
Therefore, if you are in a place and someone has identified you, has put some trust in you, and have submitted his marital problem before you, do not be quick to just push that individual. Then, oh, this one, go and leave him, go and leave her. As we are saying, why? Because what you are pushing that individual to Probably if you have told that individual about some scenario, about some suggestion, about some professional care, he might think twice. He will use other option rather than just going to pack his or her things, leave the house, of which he will regret or she will regret and will not be able to bring the bags back home. So we are all involved. So Richmond
Uh,
Media, yes,
can I, yeah, can I say something?
yes,
Yeah,
please.
this is the reason why I said do not consult your friends and family. Okay, go
Mm-hmm.
for a professional advice because friends take sides. They take
Mm-hmm.
sides. They love you, so they're gonna make sure that it's not their fault. This is
Mm-hmm.
how human beings are wired. Okay, so go for a professional because with professionals, a lot of them, okay, I would say we trained to do that,
Yes.
non-judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and
Yes.
we need to keep it private as well. It is against the ethics to bring somebody's issues out there. If the person hears it, they can arrest you. Okay,
Yes.
you have to face the court for it, and
So
it's not a
that's
good
why
thing.
that's why Richmond Media, then we have passed through the right channel by bringing a clinical psychologist, which is a professional, to take us through this afternoon program. We are blessed. Our viewers and our listeners, we are blessed to have a professional to be with us in discussing this topic. Now we have seen that when this happens, you, the couples, you have your challenges that you are passing through. How does divorce change an individual? How does
Okay,
divorce change an individual? Thank you.
okay. So when you're going through it, yeah, okay, and then you've whilst you see, this is why I'm saying seek professional help because this professional, the professionals will help you to practice acceptance.
Okay.
Okay, so what we normally do is that we with the questions and the answers that you give to us, that would help us to navigate with you, as I said. So we
Mhm.
ask you questions, and then you help us to help you accept it, accept the fact that you are going through it, accept the
Mhm.
fact that this person that you have loved for years is not going to come back. Okay, so
Yes.
you have to move on with your life. So there are
Mhm.
so many things that we do to make sure that you accept it. It
Mm.
doesn't take a day. It doesn't
Okay.
take a month. It won't
Mhm.
take a year. It can take a bit longer.
Mhm.
Okay, unless you brush it, right? And then
Yes.
you go on with your life. But even with that, some people are able to walk through it. Okay, but later on in life, it gets to them.
Yes.
It does get to you. So what we say is that we the professionals will help you to navigate and then practice acceptance. Okay, and then we also help you to create a plan.
Mhm.
Okay, so you create a plan how you're gonna live your life without this person, how you're gonna benefit in life. Yeah,
Mhm.
mind you, if a professional do not take you through these, I'll tell you what, it's so exhausting.
Mhm.
It is very exhausting because you don't know when you're going through divorce, your brain is everywhere, your mind goes everywhere, especially the ladies. Really, it really affects women. It's 100% affect women a lot.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not saying it
Yeah.
doesn't affect men, but because women are emotionally wired.
Mhm.
So you know what I mean. So
Sure.
so
Sure.
it really affects women a lot. You know, it does affect men though. It does affect men, but because women are emotionally wired, it takes them a long time to come out of it
Mhm.
than men. So that's a statistic. That is researchers. That's what they say.
Oh,
Um, It does affect women. So normally these professionals will help you navigate through it. They would help you to create a plan, okay,
Yes.
and then you live with a plan. It's not an easy thing, but you can
Yeah.
do it. You can do it, and then you create a plan, and then you practice it. Okay, so you
Yes.
practice it. Okay, just don't sit down and then get depressed forever. Practice it. When you practice it, you do get better. And then you spend time, quality time with your people, with the people that love you around that time. You know
Okay.
that when you're going through trauma, I don't know if you've experienced this, but when you're going through trauma, you only go through it with just a few people. A lot of
Exactly.
people leave you. They leave you, don't they?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes, because it's not them. It's just because they cannot handle it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, so you spend time with the people that help you around that time. Spend quality time with them, and they do understand. Though some people um talk a lot when
Mhm.
they are going through divorce.
Mhm.
They do talk a lot. When they start talking, they won't finish.
Mhm.
This is the reason why I keep saying seek professional help, because professionals understand the reason why you're talking a lot. People without emotions won't understand you, and through that, they will leave you. And you might not understand the reason why they are leaving you. It is because they cannot handle it. Okay?
Yeah.
So with professionals, they do understand. Sometimes I'll tell you what, sometimes I just sit down and the whole like 1 hour, a person can talk. Okay? It's not
Yeah.
because of anything, but they're bringing their emotions out.
Mhm.
And it is allowed.
Sure.
When they start talking, you don't talk. Don't say anything. Let them bring it all out. And then you book another appointment for them. That is another way of helping people heal. Okay.
That's fine.
So
That's fine.
so yeah, that is, and then when you have children, spend time with them. Spend time with your kids. Spend time around that time. Make sure that you spend a lot of time with your kids, and then you try to reconnect to yourself as well. Okay, with
Yeah.
with what I'm telling you, I do it and I use it, and it helps a
Sure.
lot of people. So you by doing so, by doing, practicing and making your plan, and practicing your plan, reconnecting to your people, to the people that love you, it helps you to reconnect to yourself. It makes you the George that you are.
Sure.
It makes you the Cecilia you are. Okay,
Okay.
and then try new routines. Okay, try
Yeah.
new routines, and avoid blaming other people. Avoid that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you see, what we are discussing is very, very important because out of this, people do not understand the grieving process. So when the individual call, eh, this is the problem. My husband, this, and he said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to cook. I'll call you later." That's what our guest is telling us, that if the person don't understand you, the moment you start to talk, he will just cut you and pass his way. At times too, he will not let you finish, but he say, but you two, you were part in the beginning, you saw this, and we are saying that together, let's all join together. Maybe you might be someone who is worsening the grieving process of an individual through divorce, but it has occurred. This we are saying, it has occurred. He has done everything, the person is not coming back. That also doesn't mean that that's the end of your life. So as she's saying, when it comes to mental health issue, do you know the approaches that you are giving? It works. Go out, write your positive things, your routine. Someone will say something, you there, it hasn't affected you before, and you are saying this. But we want to assure you that the mind, or how it works like magic. So let's try it. Don't kill yourself. That is not the solution. Don't involve yourself in alcoholism and things. That's not the solution. But rather, let's do a proper thing, because the grieving process, you reach the acceptance stage, life
Exactly.
goes on. Life
Yeah.
goes on. How
Yeah.
can this also, aside the individuals involved, affect the children?
Yeah. It can give PTSS, post traumatic stress symptoms to children. And normally, I say that according to researchers, the age is normally the age that really um, the ages that are really affected are the children between 6 and 12. Okay, so when a child is, because these people are trying to do, it is the time that they are growing, and then
Mm-hmm.
the time that their brains are developing.
Sure.
Yeah. So are we gonna finish at three still? Do we have to finish at three? Or
Yeah, I
we
think we
can go?
have few questions. Then we can give our advice to
Yeah,
everyone.
but
So
are we gonna finish at three? Because I wanted to go a bit detailed
you
than
can
just,
go. You can go.
so we're not going to finish at three, are we? Do we have a bit of time?
Yes, please. We have time.
Okay, so normally kids' brains or children's brains develop um, um, they developing stage. That's what I want to I'm trying to say is between 6 and 12.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yes.
so this is when Darwin's theory coming.
Mhm.
Okay, so because they are growing, and mind you, where an individual start their lives, where they are an individual start their lives, make them the person that they're gonna be in future,
Sure.
right? So
Yes.
around this time, this is when children are trying to find themselves. This is when they are trying to, their brains are developing.
Mhm.
So, so when there is a lot of fights at home,
Mhm.
when there is a lot of arguments, when there is a lot of hitting people, right? These children grow up to be beaters as well. It is
Mhm.
something that happens every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
they grow up and then they beat their husbands, they beat their wives because they saw that happening, and they thought that because mom and dad were together, they beat someone else. Okay, and
Yes.
probably that person, they so they grow up and they started beating people as well.
Mhm.
Okay, but then
Yes.
the child that you are beating, okay, has
Yes.
never ever come into contact with something like that. So
Mhm.
that person is gonna report you,
Exactly.
which is a negative thing, isn't it? When
Yeah.
you beat someone, it is a negative thing. So when these things are happening around the age that I've just mentioned, between 6 and 12, there's a lot that um, go in their minds. There's a lot that they go through, and if you're not careful, these children get what we call PTSS, post traumatic um, stress syndrome or symptoms.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
So
yeah,
this means that a viewer and a listener who is watching and listening to us, it means that this whole divorce package doesn't only affect either the man or the woman, but it goes again to affect the children who are also involved. And you have let us know the age range that is mostly affected. So we will ask again that, after knowing this, is divorce really traumatic for children?
exactly, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a traumatic experience. Yes. um, mind you, these children, as I said at first, um, when there is a high conflict divorce, okay, which we call HCD, when that happens um, in a family, okay, it
Yes.
doesn't help these children. This is when I brought Darwin's theory in. You grow, you pick up a whole lot of things from the environment you find yourself in, and that makes you who you are. Okay,
Yeah.
so these children facing all these stuff make them gives traumatic trauma. It does.
Okay.
It gives them trauma. And these children, sometimes we have to spend time with them. I have spent time with. I still do. This is my job because I work with children. I work in a school. You know,
Yeah.
um, it's really a big thing for us.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes they would come in and and they won't be. I mean, they're down. You cannot do anything with them. You cannot even say hello to them because when you say hello, they will just walk past you. Yeah. And then sometimes you're there and then they ring you. Oh, we've got someone for you.
Mm-hmm.
The students will come and then pour everything. Oh, my mom is doing this. My dad is this. My mom is that. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. It's called PTSS. So, you know, we really have to be careful with what we do to these children when we're going through it. Um,
Okay.
yes, so it does cause trauma events for them. Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So can a child be happy after a divorce?
Oh, definitely, one
Mm-hmm.
hundred percent.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, they do get back to, it is like this is what I talk human flexibility, emotional flexibility. And what
Okay.
is emotional flexibility? Being flexible to the things around you, the emotional, yeah. So what? Sorry, I had a call. A call came through. So emotional flexibility is um, is when um, um, you go through a lot. Okay, a lot of trauma has hit you really hard.
Yeah.
So what do? You adjust to the situation, don't you?
Yes.
You do adjust to the situation, and that makes you more flexible because then nothing in this world can hit you anymore, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because you've been through it. You've been through it. So your body, your mind becomes flexible. So when one starts talking about something, you're like, oh, I know this. That is what we call emotional flexibility. So these
Okay.
children go through it as well. They tend to understand. So that's what I was talking about, that we 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 speak to them, we take them through stuff to make them aware that these things are normal to happen between mom and dad. These things are normal because mom and dad this, that, and then we help them, okay, and then they really come out well, and then we speak to the parents as well. We give them lots of love, give them lots of attention, support them, be consistent in what you do. Okay. And there is something that I wanted to speak about. If you are a man, okay, and you
Yes.
live with children that are going through divorce as well, they go through it. They
Yes.
go in with this thing. I am begging you, let your wife, okay, let the woman that you had the children with see them. Okay. And if you are a woman, I know this is gonna cause a whole, because I do remember putting this on social media. People were like, oh, well done, Cecilia, well done. You've said the whole thing. Then some people were also hitting me really hard. That you don't know what the man did to me. Why do I have to allow this man see my children? This cruel man, this whatever. No, create the creation, right? The life
Yeah.
that we live in, you cannot bring a child all by yourself. It's not
Yes.
right. It brings a whole lot of complications. And I'm saying this from my job, okay, and then a bit of So, um, do not bring the children up all by yourself unless the partner is dead, is gone and gone forever, or or this person is so abusive toward the children.
Okay.
Okay, if the
Yeah.
person isn't abusive towards the children, please allow the children to see them. Okay, because
Yeah.
emotionally you help the children heal fast and heal better. And some of them don't even experience it when you practice what I'm trying to say. Let them see the partners, let them see the dad, let them see the mom. Okay, that
Yeah.
person that you are so angry with at the moment, or you are so angry with about at that time. You once got married to the person, didn't you? You loved that person so much. It's all about emotions,
Sure.
isn't it? So you
Yes.
love that person so much. So there is a bit of good thing in that person. Yeah?
Yeah.
There is goodness in that person as well. So let these children see them. And when they see that, it really helps them. I know what I'm talking about. Don't be jealous. And don't think that that person is not will not be able to take care of their children. No, it doesn't work like that. That is nature. Nature wants a man and a woman to take care of the children. So no matter what it is, you have to. Otherwise, you are going to go against nature, which brings a whole lot of things to single. Because I did mine on single parenting as well. I remember I did a research on it on
Okay.
single parenting. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, and what I found out was as I said, I love Darwin's theory. Nature and nature, and so you really have to let these people um see them each other. Unless the person is abusive towards the children, then that's a no-go area, isn't it? But if they
Yeah.
are not abusive towards the children, please please let these children see the father or the mother, because in the end, you're both gonna benefit from it.
Thank you. Thank you. Nana Ajua said, "Well done. Thank you for sharing. This is wisdom." Yes. So that's
Thank
a
you.
comment from everywhere. So, Richmond media health issues, as we are saying, health issues, it can go anywhere if only it has a link with your health. And that is why we know our guest is very, we will say, busy, busier, busiest, hardly to get her, her job. He needs to be talking to everyone, anyone across the globe. Therefore, we were able to bring her to us. But as we are speaking now, you realize that we are at, I think someone is passing through the healing process because of
Yeah,
what we are discussing. Probably he did not know that since it has come occurred to him or her, he need to seek a professional advice or a counselor,
yeah,
a religious leader to bring her or him back to the toes. But he was just sad, trying to commit suicide, kill him or herself. But that's not the solution. So as we are speaking right now, too, someone has also packed her things, and someone is also packing his things.
yeah.
That tomorrow he is going to divorce the wife, and tomorrow she is going to divorce the husband. Family have gathered, but still they are on that verge. What is your advice to an individual who,
Okay, so
yes,
sorry.
what is your advice to an individual who have packed his or her things and want to leave the house, no turning back. The children are there looking at each other. What's your advice? I know it might be a pressing issue that individual is going through. He has every right per human reasoning, minus his or her health, to live. But for the sake of your health and the sake of what we have seen, we are seeing that children in they can also be affected. What's your advice to someone who is planning to divorce, or who will be who is planning to divorce his or her wife or husband tomorrow? Thank you.
This is a tough one. This is very tough. Okay, so normally what I say is when there is uh arguments do happen, doesn't it? That when it comes to the other partner being physical, okay, then with that, that's a no-go area. To me, that is a no-go area. Because why are you teaching the children? These children are there watching you hitting your wife or hitting your husband at all times. That's no good. With that, I would say get out. Yeah, 100%. Because you don't want to die. Your emotional health is your emotion. You have to take care of your emotional health, and then number two, you have to be there for the children as well. Okay, you have to be there. So when it comes to that, I would say, pack your things and leave. Yes. Okay. I wouldn't say to you, Onyankopon sit them. Onyankopon, uh, God says, don't divorce. So when that person is hitting you, die like what kind of is it? A tire or something. No, don't do it. Leave. With that, I am 100% sure. Don't do it. Just leave before the person kills you. Okay. There is also another one when it comes to this is from people stuff. Um, People say, "Oh, that person cheated on me," especially you men. I don't know why you can't stay with one woman, huh? Yeah. Oh, he cheated on me, so I'm gonna leave. Um, with that person is a serial cheater, and then you think, "Oh my God, this is help. This is not helping my emotional. It's not helping me emotionally." Seek advice. Okay. Speak to a specialist. Speak to someone that would even help the man to stop. Yeah, that would help the man to stop. Why is the person doing that? Okay, why is the person going out all the time to have fun with others? What is causing that problem? Is it because you're not dressed to attract him? Men like physical stuff. Is it because you're not doing things? Is it, don't come after me, oh, please. But I think that you should seek advice. Why is it that, okay, it's bills, money issues. Okay? It could also be money issues. So why am I putting in a lot of money and the man is not doing much to help? Okay?
Yeah.
Why? Yes. With that, seek professional help. There are counselors there, that would help you. That would help both. Okay. And then you can live nicely. You can live again. These things work. These people have been trained for it. It
Yeah.
works. No, I'm not joking. I'm talking from experience. It works. Seek professionals to help you out to solve that kind of problems and issues. Don't take it upon yourself. Don't do it all by yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna crash. Okay? Seek
Yeah.
for help and let them help you. Okay? Unless you seek for help and then they help you, and then they help, and that person do not change. And when you see that, you know what, I'm gonna die if I don't leave this. When it comes to I'm gonna die, your heart. if I don't leave this? And you get to a point that you know that I'm dying, you are dying. Yes. When it gets to that aspect, that side of life, then yeah, don't even get divorced. You can go for separation for a while. You can separate yourself for a while and seek for professional advice. Seek for professional help. With that, something can be done,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
so the only thing that I always say I am against, I could be wrong, I could be wrong, because I have also helped people that because of financial stuff, they were on the verge of divorcing. But guess what? We spoke to them. I spoke to them. I tried to explain things to them, and then I tried to help them, and they're back together again.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Yeah.
When the person hits you, okay, to the
Yeah.
extent that you know, to the extent that you have to go into hospital, or you have to, then please do not stay. Don't let the person kill you. Okay, when it happens like that, that person would need help. Okay, that
Yeah.
person would have to go through sessions as well to help him come out of the anger issues. Yes, it's there. A lot of people suffer anger issues. Okay, the
Yeah.
person needs help. Yeah. So, and even if you separate yourself from this person and then they go back and then the professionals help them, it happens every day. People get divorced, they have anger issues, but then with the next marriage that they go into, because they have sought for professional help, these professionals are able to help them come out of it. People come out of wrong characters, and they do.
Yeah.
They do. Negative people. I have seen negative people turning into positive people in life. So
Yeah.
please don't. And also, when you're going through divorce, don't just sit down. Make your plans. Okay. Be a better person. Be a better version of yourself. Okay. Don't just
Yeah.
sit down. Be a better version of yourself. Whatever you thought, I didn't do right here. This side was a bit wrong. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, yeah. Run away from those things and be a better person. And definitely, life would also be good to you. Life is always good to people that are good, isn't it?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you, thank you, thank you very much. This is free counseling, free consultation, and free advice that you have given to us and our viewers. God bless you for your time. So, on
God
this, we
bless
have
you.
known that yes, divorce is a huge word. When you implement the word divorce, it comes with a lot of complication. But before you just endorse the word divorce, there are so many things that you can do. And that is
Yeah.
what our guest has taken us through. And I know with this, even if you are a victim, there is hope because she has given us some counselings. And even if you are at the verge of also entering into it, we have studied the effects and how it can have implications on you, yourself, your spouse, your children. So we need to sit down again and assess our decision. And I know it will promote our health. And we'll be able to always sit down, listen, and watch Ritmo Media Health Issues. So our guest, God bless you. God bless you for your time. God bless. And we know, although it will be long, but we know it is not the the end of you coming to Ritual Media Health Issue. We know it will be long, but we know it wouldn't be the last. I hope our viewers are rest assured.
Can I just take 1 minute, okay,
Yes, please.
to
Yeah.
speak to those that
Yes.
have divorced and
Yeah.
then going through all sorts of stuff.
Sure.
Okay, divorce is not the end of life. Okay. Don't let it kill you, because as I said, there has been 23% increment in people dying because of this. Okay.
Yeah.
Do not do not go through it yourself. People come out of it really well. I mean, they even do better than they were when they were married. Okay. I have seen a lot of people that have really come out well, better than when they were married. Okay. So it is in the end, get up, get out of that couch. Okay. Get out of that bed, get out and do something for your life. Plan, make a plan. If you think that you cannot do it, get someone, get help. Okay. Plan your life and implement on it. Take action. Whatever you do with a positive attitude, work.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm saying this, I'm saying this from an experience that whatever you want to do in this world, with a good attitude towards it, right?
Yes.
Implement on it. With a
Mm-hmm.
very good implementation, you are going to come out really well. So those people that have gone through it and thinking that that is the end of the world, no. Children come out of it. Children come out of it. It takes at least about 2 years for children to come out. Sometimes it takes over you know over so many years, 4 years, whatever, to get out. But you still do get out. So be a positive person. Get positive energy, okay? And do the stuff that you never did when you were married, and you will come out really well. And everybody is going to look at you and think, oh my God, this person has really done a good job. Yeah. So take care of yourself. Self-care is number one, so that you don't put a lot of stress on your organs that would lead you to your early grave. You don't want that. You don't want to die young. You want to be there for your children. And guess what? Once you go through it and you come out, you'll become the toughest person on earth. Trust me. You'll become the most intelligent person. You'll become the toughest and the brilliant person that people always look up to. So that is the only advice that I have for people that have gone through it.
Thank you. Positive mind will bring out
Positivity.
positive results, and it will
Yeah,
bring out positive health, and
yeah,
you can live positively, and
yeah.
your life will be positive. Thank you with a positive ending. And thank you. Thank you. Okay,
Right.
so God bless you for your time, the knowledge. If we were to come for consultation, we know you would have been paying huge sum, but you've given to us free. God bless you. God bless you. And to our viewers and our listeners, God bless you all for your time. Although we delayed a bit, but you have patience and have been able to join us through the discussion. God bless us all. Think
Amen.
there is a comment for you. Okay, the Margaret Masawi said, "Thanks for sharing. I have learned a lot. By God's grace, you have been a blessing to someone." And we know those who also watch earlier or later on will also benefit. And we know how it can be of great impact because we are not getting proper channel for people to share their stories in this sort. So, Richmond Media um, um, Group and Richmond Media CEO, we thank you for giving us this platform for our guests to also teach us through this important topic. So, God bless you. As we are saying, we can't stop and we can't stop thanking you because we appreciate it. Until then,
That's okay.
same time next week on Richmond
All right.
Media Health Issues. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Sinai,